Here we go.
Welcome to the CSFL Season 7 mock draft. I got the Rhinos with me. We got the draft order up on the board. It's Season 7. We got two brand new teams coming in this league, but they will not be participating in the first draft. So it is 12 picks, 1 to 12, starting with the Demons, ending with the Piranhas. We're going to go through our mock draft here. And Rhinos, thanks for being here, and let's hear your first overall pick. Who are the Demons taking?
Thanks for having me, Johnny. Um, I'm gonna go. The Demons. I'm gonna go quarterback, and it's gonna be Will Brooks.
Will Brooks. He is 92 overall, 6'4", 23-year-old from Texas. Will Brooks is who the Rhinos are going with for the Demons. I'm going. They got Eric Bell there, and they did just trade Eric Watson away. So it's totally possible for them to get a quarterback because I don't know if there's for sure on Eric Bell or not. But they do have a free safety named Nate Hollinsworth who's really, really good. And now they got an 82 overall strong safety. And they also got Charles Fern here. So Charles Fern is going to be my pick. He's a 91 strong safety, 6'2", 221-pound, 22-year-old from Ohio State. And that's my first pick for the Demons. We'll get into the next pick, and that is the Scorpions. The Scorpions, I'm going to go first with this one. The Scorpions, they actually have quite a few really good players on their team, the Scorpions. But they're questionable at quarterback as they had Genie Ingram in there, but he's getting older. So, and they do have a backup quarterback, David Minucci, but I don't think that they are completely settled on David Minucci. He is an 87-year-old two-year pro, so I could be wrong. But my pick for them is quarterback, and I think that they are going with Will Brooks, the 20 and number 25, the 23-year-old from Texas. Where do you see the Scorpions going with the second overall pick in season 7 draft? Rhinos.
Thanks. That's that's a high probability as well. For me, I'm gonna go again with quarterback, and I think they're gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on Matt Payne
You see them
right
going with
after the
Matt
defense.
Payne, eh?
Yeah,
Matt Payne
there's nothing wrong with him.
from Wisconsin, 24-year-old, six
Pack of
foot three,
Badgers.
88 overall. Going to the Scorpions for the second overall pick. That brings us to the Gators. Rhinos, you go first. Who are the Gators taking with the third overall pick?
Yeah, so the Gators, I think they're really gonna go and make a splash, and there is a few spots that they could improve on, but the main one I think we go for is defense, and it's going to be cornerback Daniel Wheeler, first round, first pick.
They're going with the cornerback.
Yeah,
You think they're going cornerback Daniel Wheeler here, eh? Let's go take a look at him real quick.
that's a Gators. That's so Gators.
They did get Ford last year, and they the cornerback, and they also got Tony Miller in there. But here, the 91 speed Daniel Wheeler from Alabama 5'11", 196 pound, 25-year-old, 85 overall. Daniel Wheeler going to the Gators, according to the Rhinos. The Gators have two really good corners, two young corners, a rookie cornerback that they got last year, so now 1 year pro, Marshall Ford, and they also have a really good quarterback, the second best corner in the league actually, Tony Miller. But they also have really good linebacker, Alvin Flowers, and there would be nothing more than to compliment Alvin Flowers with another beautiful outside linebacker, as their outside linebacker on the right side is only 81, where their outside linebacker on the left side is 88. But with the third overall pick in the draft, I could see the Gators going Colin Sherman, right outside linebacker, 6'2", 231 pound, 23-year-old from Penn State, and he's an 87 overall, and they can jump up 6 points with that pick right there.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Now we'll
I was
go.
gonna say they were gonna take an end because I know Alvin Flowers. I don't know if he was originally a linebacker. He might have been an end. I don't know if he'll progress in another position. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I thought in the beginning they might go for an end just because who are they gonna have to fill that spot?
You're cutting in and out a little bit again, but what do you mean, like who they can have? What was that?
Yeah, I'm saying like Alvin Flowers may have to progress in a new position. Was he originally a linebacker?
Alvin Flowers, yeah, he's their left outside linebacker. He's an 88 overall. So
Okay.
they got an 81 right outside linebacker, so they could jump 6 points with that one pick right there. They could also go safety, as we're very strong in the safeties this season for sure. And that brings us to the Dragons. The Dragons, I'll go first, is a really, really strong defensive team. They got really good young players on offense with their quarterback, Marcus McNeil, the young guy. And they got Travis Stovall, the running back, and now Todd Kidd at wide receiver, plus Barry Perkins. The list goes on for the Dragons on offense, and their defense is no different, as they are tied for the highest rated defense. They also got Grant Hale, who's a 91 overall. They got George Mosley, who's on the come up, the other outside linebacker for the Dragons. Plus, they are great at safety, strong safety, free safety. They got everything, but where they are lacking is cornerback. So, with the fourth overall pick, this is where I see Daniel Wheeler going for the Gators.
Huh. Interesting.
Who do you got the Dragons taking?
Okay, well, for the Dragons, this was kind of tricky. Um, I have two names here, and I just for a second because I was like, I thought they might get him too, but for the Dragons, I'm like, why not just go all in on the defense and pick up another middle linebacker to replace the one you have or to complement uh, the middle linebacker, Ishmael Tate. But I was like, really, I want to see them get John Wilson. That's who I think they pick.
Who was it?
John Wilson is like who I want to see them pick up, but the middle linebacker, Ishmael Tate, I think would be a good addition to the team.
Ismail Tate.
Yeah, he's the number one rated middle line. And then I'm trying to find who John Wilson is. I had it beside there as like a secondary pick, and he's rated 89. I just didn't put his position, so I'm looking for him.
Oh, he's got to be a center or something.
Something like that. Yeah,
Um,
he is. #1 rated center. They could really use that.
yeah, they could use this guy, but he is only an 80 overall, and they have the really high draft pick in the fourth overall pick. So there's going to be a lot of talent there for them to pick.
I
So
know.
I'm
I
sure
know. That's why I put two names.
I'm sure they'll go with a higher rated player, and my rating, my guess is Daniel Wheeler, but middle linebacker also is a need for them. Let's go to the Blue Jays. Who do you think the Blue Jays are taking with their first overall pick?
The Blue Jays, um, they don't really need much. I mean, improvement would be the thing. So I would say they're going to go with the cornerback, Ian Copeland. If he falls to them, I think they should get him.
Ian Copeland, the cornerback.
He's like the third rated corner. And if they start flying and they haven't picked one, they need one.
Well, they got Malvin Castorani, and
Yeah. But
and
after that, ooh,
and and then they also got the new cornerback who won Rookie of the Year at the award show, Jermaine
okay.
Jermaine Levine
Yeah, I think it's Levine.
Levine. And then yeah, they could use a third corner, which is totally possible. 83 overall corner. They drafted a corner last season. Levine, they got him in the first round, so it wouldn't surprise me. A decent pick for the Blue Jays. But like you said, they don't need much. But what they do need is a new quarterback because their quarterback, Eric Reeves, is on the way out and they don't have any backup to him. And this is where I find Matt Payne. This is where the quarterback, Matt Payne, the 88 overall, 6'3", 223-pound quarterback from Wisconsin. I think this is where the Blue Jays take their chance on an 88 overall quarterback and go for this guy here. That's for the
That'd be scary.
and then the Blue Jays. So now we're on to the Werewolves. I'll go for the Werewolves. The Werewolves are a really good team. They got a lot of young guys at wide receiver, but they're only is an 83 overall is the top wide receiver. So they also got Donnie Meadows and Craig Jackson there at wide receiver, and now they got Brian Miller at quarterback, and now they got the new running back Chris Jones, who got the rushing title last season, and also had the most rushing touchdowns, and also got offensive MVP. Um, the Werewolves got into the playoffs, but fell short to the Bears. But their defense was keeping them in a lot of those games. They got great corners like Paris, Brandon Paris. They got good safeties. But where they are lacking is their free safety, who is an 81 overall. And at this point in the sixth pick in the draft, I think they should address that right away. As the free safety was a big part of the reason why they lost that playoff game. If you go back and watch the film. So here I got them taking free safety Matt Brown. Let's go take a look at Matt Brown here.
He is young, but he's not very fast.
Matt Brown, 83 speed, 85 acceleration, 94 jump, and he's an 86 overall to start as a rookie, which is pretty
That's crazy.
phenomenal. He's from Miami, and he's 6'1", 200
Pretty
pound or
good.
199-pound, 23-year-old with a ton of potential. Look at his catching, 78 catching. It's very high for a free safety. Um,
Pick six machine.
yeah, and he can leap like a gazelle. But Matt Brown had a really good rookie bowl as well, and I really think that this is the chance of a lifetime for the Werewolves to jump on Matt Brown. Who do you got the Werewolves taken in the first round?
What's Matt Brown's speed again?
83.
83. So uh, he's not too much faster than the guy they got now. I don't think it would be a big improvement necessarily, but I don't really, I don't know who they're gonna. So I don't know. Plus, it doesn't matter if we're gonna beat him anyway.
So who do you think the Werewolves are going to take?
I agree with you. I think they're gonna pick who you just said.
Who do you got written down? You got written Matt Brown written down too?
No, I got I got him on the board. Not for the werewolves.
All right then. All right, let's move on to the Cobras. Dun, 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 dun. The Cobras with the seventh overall pick. They had a phenomenal season, making the playoffs. But their quarterback situation was quite a throw in the air when they were trying to decide between Benjamin Harris, the quarterback that they drafted in the first round, and their veteran quarterback, Derek Albright, trait from the original Vipers quarterback, that actually
Crazy.
brought them to the championship game. And then, so there was a controversy between those two quarterbacks and who should start. And then, out of nowhere, the owners between the Demons and the Cobras come up with this deal to bring season 3 champion quarterback Eric Watson over to the Cobras, and now throwing another quarterback in the mix for the Cobras. They are all over the place offensively with that quarterback situation, even though they are a run first team. So they are a big time Charles Hackett team. They're really strong defensively. They got really good pillars. They got the best corner in the league, um, and they got some really good players. But where they are lacking the most, in my opinion, is free safety. They had Melvin Means, and then trying to replace him ever since he kind of fell off a little bit for them. I think this is their chance. They have an 81 free safety right now, and I think they could take a shot right here and get Dante Terry, which is a free
Nice.
safety, and I think that would be a very big pick for them. Let's go take a look at Dante Terry. Actually, we are just talking about him. He's the same speed as Matt Brown, 83 speed, 85 acceleration, a lot more awareness, but not as good at jumping. He's an
And you need
85
that.
overall, and
You need to jump as a free safety.
he's 6'4" though. He is a big, big free safety. He's from Wisconsin. He's 22 years old, 204 pounds. He was taken in the first round, ninth pick in the franchise mode. So he is definitely a great player. He's kind of 6'4". Maybe he's like what's that guy from the Seattle team there back in the day on the Legion of Boom?
Oh, can't.
Yeah, maybe
No,
like yeah, like a chancellor, like or whatever. Like he a big strong free safety. This guy coming
yeah.
across 6'4". I'm sure he's gonna knock some people out, and nothing would be better than a player like this for the Cobras. He would fit right into that locker room and right into that team, and I think he would produce right away. They could do that, or they could go wide receiver. But I think a big reason why they lost was because of their free safety. But they could also use a wide receiver. Um, they could go Melvin Black here, but it's basically up to the Cobras at this point. But I think that Dante Terry's the guy for them. Who do you think that the Cobras should take, Rhinos?
All right. Well, exactly. I agree with you halfway. They do need safety with the unfortunate decline of Mr. Means. I mean, this guy was out of a star, and he's all over the field, and he made a few on me. But yeah, I'm gonna go with free safety. But this time, I think they're gonna take Matt Brown here. They should.
They should go free safety.
Yeah, Matt Brown.
Yeah, see, their
Yeah,
Malvin Means is 81 overall.
yeah, he was not that low, and he's doesn't seem to be uh selling.
They got Jamie Grant, who they did start a couple times in the tournament mode at free safety, but he's only an 80 overall as well. Um,
Yeah,
so that's their chance there to go with that strong, the free safety there. They
and
could
that would be a big boost to 86 from 80.
definitely. All right, and then that moves us to the eighth pick, which is the Wildcats. The Wildcats rookie quarterback Pat Hall led his team pretty far. They were winning quite a few games and then started Tiki Carter at running back, the veteran from the Scorpions that won the championship with the Scorpions in season 4. The running back came over to the Wildcats, and as soon as he started, they went on a 4-game winning streak with Tiki Carter at running back and ended up finishing the first overall seed. Though they got knocked out by the Piranhas in the first round, they played absolutely phenomenal offensively. Um, so I don't see the Wildcats going offense, and their quarterback, Pat Hall, really turned out for them. So I don't see them going for another quarterback, but their linebacking core and cornerbacks are pretty solid, and their safeties are pretty solid. So I could see these guys going for a value pick here if this plays out exactly this way that it has, in my opinion. I think this is a good chance for the Wildcats to take running back Marvin Gillum
Damn.
with the eighth overall pick. Marvin Gillum is the first rated running back. He's 5'11", 23-year-old, 202 pounds. He's an 89 overall, and he's a walk on. He's undrafted, or he
Nice.
didn't go to college. He was drafted, but he didn't go to college. He was a walk on, I guess.
He in them streets.
He's a walk on for the for the Columbine. He just showed up one day and signed up and started playing.
And bald.
So that's who I got the Wildcats picking. Who do you got the Wildcats picking?
All right. Well, I see the Wildcats GM there is trying to fill up the stands with this flashy pick of first round running back. But let's not jump the gun. The Wildcats actually are in need of defensive help in the line for um, one of the one backers, Kevin Miller, is not performing, and he's struggling in the position. He's rated 82, and got the decline badge. So I'm hey, if he's there, the Wildcats they should jump on this and not let their defense decline and go grab Jesse Johnson, the left outside linebacker.
Jesse Johnson is a great pick. Really
Yeah,
fast, really good agility,
85 rated.
and he's an 85 overall from Tennessee. 6'5", 219 pounds. He's a big boy. I'm sure
Yeah,
he'd be great coming across the middle and being able to get his hands up. Being 6'5", I'm sure not too many passes are going to go over his head. And the Wildcats are notorious for drafting for height. Um,
yeah.
so that would be a great, great pick for them. And either pick, I don't think they can miss. That's a great pick, Jesse Johnson. Okay, so let's go take a look at the ninth overall pick. Who could that be? The Rhinos.
What always is.
The Rhinos. And at this moment, I think the Rhinos need to address their safeties. And I think that there's a safety sitting right there for them, waiting. And that is Jason Dodd. They got an 81 overall strong safety. And Jason Dodd, with the 89 jumping, comes in at 88 overall from Illinois. And
Illinois.
Illinois, and he's 6'2", 200-pound, 22-year-old strong safety for um, strong safety, the second best strong safety in the draft. Who do you think the Rhinos should take at the ninth pick?
Um, I can go on for every minute, so I'm just gonna keep it short. I agree. Uh, just Jason Dodd would be an absolute great fit for the team, and yeah, he would be able to shore up that secondary for the Rhinos and keep everybody honest, keep the quarterbacks honest. You know, they're the mobile quarterbacks and the new ones coming in. Yeah, we got to keep them at bay. So I think free safety pick is a good one.
I want to see. Okay, now we'll move on to the Bears. I want to see who you picked for the Bears before I tell you my pick. Who did you pick for the Bears?
All right, well, for the Bears, um, I got him picking right outside linebacker Colin Sherman.
Oh yeah, yeah,
If they he's there, I mean the Bears really could use him.
yeah, yeah.
I
If
mean, you look at their linebackers and then you look at the left outside linebackers, and you're like, I mean, the right outside linebacker. And looks like there's a bit of a hole there. It could definitely improve. And why not jump in there and grab a high rated right outside linebacker to help out Mullen, because he's going to shine. He's going to grow. And the left outside linebacker, I don't know about him. So, you know, the middle is going to grow and I say throw him in there and let Mullen feed off of that.
that's a great idea.
Plus, you can't go wrong. This guy's been 87.
Yeah, he's an 87 overall. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Great pick for the Bears if they're trying to strengthen.
Yeah, and if I got the Gators taking Colin Sherman at the third overall, so if that guy falls down to them or falls down all
Yeah,
the way to the 10th pick, that'd be a great pick for them. Like you said, they got an 82 overall right outside linebacker and an 82 overall left outside linebacker, so that would definitely be a big jump for them.
for sure.
Um, I got the Bears taking defensive tackle. It's not a fancy pick, but it's Isaac Gather, and he's an 85 overall. Um, the Bears pride themselves on stopping the ball, stopping the run, and their defensive tackles took a step back in progressions. So now they only have an 82, and a 76. Um,
Out.
so if they got an 85 overall defensive tackle, it would be 85, 82, 82. And that would be quite a stout of a line. They don't have to go that way. That's not the fancy pick that we all want to see. They could also go cornerback. They could really use it. And they could also go free safety because their free safety is only an 81 overall. Let's move on to the Vipers. I got the Vipers taking Jesse Johnson,
Oh,
left outside
nice.
linebacker, 85 overall. The
Yeah.
Vipers have a great, great, great team, if not the best team. And let's go take a quick look at them again. Where is it? He's got a list here. Here it is. They got a left outside linebacker who's a 91 overall, but their right outside linebacker is 80 overall. So that would be a huge improvement for them to go up 5 points. It is a left outside linebacker, Jesse Johnson, but that's only because Colin Sherman is gone. So if Colin Sherman's there, then yeah, they go right outside linebacker, but a left outside linebacker can play on the right side and dominate, I'm sure, and he'd be way better than Thomas Foster. Yeah, so that's who
True.
I got the Vipers taken. Who you got the Vipers taken?
Yeah, you're on the right. But um, I don't think he's gonna fall that low. I think we're gonna have to go and grab Levi Keel right under him because I think the Vipers are not gonna want their defensive core, especially the linebackers, to start disintegrating a bit. So I think they're gonna bump it up and grab another linebacker to fill in.
Like Ernest Robertson.
No, Levi Keel.
And who's that? Left outside linebacker?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Levi Keel.
yeah, because I don't know if that guy Jesse Johnson's gonna fall.
Right. It's
So
84
that's the thing.
overall. Levi Keel, 22-year-old, 253 pounds, 6'3", from Florida State.
You know he likes those slow defensive guys. It's one here for him.
That'll be a big addition for their team, and would definitely help the Vipers, who are already a really, really strong team. And then,
Yeah, it's hard to really say what they need.
yeah, it is, as they find success with everything they do. Um, the Vipers had a phenomenal season. Once again, went to the championship game for 3 seasons in a row. Ever since they got Corey Moore, Corey Moore is gone in his rookie season, and now in his 2 seasons following, Corey Moore knows nothing but championship games. Quarterback for the Vipers. Um, Now we got the last pick in the first round, and we'll wrap up this video is the Piranhas. Who you got the Piranhas taking?
Okay, so for the champs, it's not an easy pick, and I also forgot to write his position, so I'm looking for him right now. But I do have Robert Thomas, rated 84. I'm looking to see which I think they can use him.
In what position? Who is that?
Yeah, I forgot to write the position. Robert Thomas, rated 84.
84, eh?
Yeah.
Tight end? Reggie Rucker? No. He's 84. I got the Piranhas. So in my draft, the running back Marvin Gillum is taken. But if he's
Yeah.
not taken, I think the Piranhas go with the running back here to get their replacement of Willie Burnside. No one wants to hear it, but it's true. But if the draft goes the way that I think it's going to go, I think this is the chance for the Piranhas to get their replacement for Alonzo Graham as well. I think that they go with Matt Lyles here, the
Oh,
third overall quarterback to end the first
yeah,
round the draft, and
that's a good one.
he's an 87 overall. He's from Notre Dame. He's 6'5", 236 pound, 236 pound, 24-year-old from Notre Dame, and
Product of Notre Dame.
I think
They don't disappoint.
that's yeah, this guy's solid as a rock, and I'm sure would be great addition for the Piranhas. He's also only got 66 speed, which is actually an advantage, kind of, because that means he's not going to scramble. He's going to be a pocket passer, and that's
Yeah,
what the Piranhas are all about.
you'll be able to stand back there and deliver the ball to those receivers, and you can count on it because he may not be fast, but you know he's got an arm, and he's probably accurate as heck.
There you go. There's the mock draft. Thanks, guys, for watching.
I'm still trying to find out who the hell Robert Thomas is, man. All right, Brian.